Measles is a virus that once claimed up to 500 lives a year in the U.S.
That number plummeted in 1963 when a vaccine was introduced, but the country started to see a resurgence of the disease recently. Cameron Jacobs spoke to local experts about the uptick. He's in the studio now with that story. Cameron?
Eric and Mimi, since January 1st, the CDC has reported 387 individual cases of measles in 15 states. Some of them are here in Illinois, but no cases have been reported in the state line, and local officials want to keep it that way.
The more people that aren't doing it, the less effective it is at protecting everyone.
Measles can spread quickly to those who are not vaccinated against it. It's mostly an airborne virus. The symptoms start slow at first, like a common cold, and something like a little cough and runny nose may seem harmless to parents of young children.
And then 3 to 5 days after those symptoms becomes the rash. And so that's really the sign of when that rash shows up that there's something going on.
A rash that this UIC health doctor says is described as someone having a red paint can poured on them. While a rash may not seem like the worst thing in the world, to a child under 1 year old, it could be deadly.
It lasts for so long, so one, it's very exhausting for your child to have to endure such a long period of an illness. And two, in little kids who just aren't as strong enough to fight it, yes, it can have a bad outcome in them.
Since the measles is very contagious, Dr. Dillon says you need to tell your doctor if you think you or your child has the virus.
When you make that appointment, let the clinics know, let the staff know so they know to anticipate that you're coming. That way, maybe they won't have you sitting in the waiting room with a bunch of other kids.
The director of health protection at the Winnebago County Health Department tells me there is one sure way to make sure this outbreak doesn't get any bigger.
The message is if you can get vaccinated, get vaccinated. You're protecting yourself, you're protecting your family, you're protecting the community as a whole.
The doctor I spoke with today said she respects parents' rights not to get their kids vaccinated. However, she says they need to make sure they are completely informed of all risks. Mimi?
All right, thanks, Cameron.